So hey, oh, hey, I'm going live with my cards just because I feel like it, alright? You guys, I love you so much. It's been a nice day today. It's been kind of fun and funky. I did a share on Instagram this morning and I could barely speak. So, sometimes you need to take a break from all of these things and just totally be on flow. And this is what's happening now for me. So here we are. And we're just gonna see what comes through in these readings. Oh man. Oh. Oh. Man. So yeah, it looks like we need to balance some energies. It also feels like there's a little bit like a false start energy in these cards. Like you're wanting to move forward, but it's not moving forward yet. And at the same time, there's a lot of positivity as well. So we have a lot of divine cards. We have Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So it's like brand new beginnings everywhere. And yet the Chariot's upside down. So it's like we're not ready to charge forward just yet. All right. Now, interesting because there's a lot of reversals, including the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups came out in reverse. However, isn't it funny because just 2 or 3 days ago, I was watching a reading where the reader was like, regardless of Ten of Cups being upright or upside down, she always interprets it as a positive thing. And I was like, ooh, I like that, And so, and especially because, intuitive tarot, it's like intuition reigns supreme always. And in this channel, in the work that I do, it's all about the intuitive connection to the cards and to the stories that are being represented and how intuition is interpreting them, right? And so it feels like there's a little bit more self-love for us to work on before we actually begin to manifest this fulfillment, this total 100% loving fulfillment. And that indeed, for us to really allow these new beginnings to make manifest in the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, there is a manipulative queen energy over here, mentally manipulative and or like this super controlling. This came up in a conversation with you guys recently about like, I call it the false matriarch. So energies around us that like, we are like queen or goddesses or da 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 da, but there's actually a bit of some ego bullshit going on, and you could, whatever, spiritual ego, it doesn't really matter. It's just someone's pain body that they're not fully owning, and so they dominate or control the situation rather than being fully in their integrity, right? So this energy is possibly limiting the bringing in of new ideas, new adventures, new divinely inspired kind of gifts and action-oriented or kind of thought-oriented movement forward, including this wish fulfillment. So I feel very much like for us to turn these cards around and bring in these new awesome starts, that there's some manipulative feminine energy that we want to cut out of our lives. Part of the advice is that it has to do with our ability to do lots of self-love. Exactamundo, divine thought, right? Although I'm pretty sure that's actually like happening as well, that there is the opportunity for us, and even recently with us recognizing maybe codependent relationships that we're still in, or people that we're still unconsciously, or maybe bringing into our conscious awareness, people that we're still trying to please, people that we're still trying to serve, like the maternal line or paternal line. Again, with these general readings, it can often go both ways, but I tend to kind of keep to the energy, which again, if a queen is a matriarch and a king is a patriarch. So, and again, it has to do with energy and lineage. And usually if there's that energy around us, it does have to do with our connection to the mother, our connection to the mother and the father in various forms, right? So that's lineage, but that's also karma, and that's also our connection to our divine aspect. If we're still seeking some kind of validation from these people around us, then they're gonna be representative of a false energy, right? A false light energy, because we're thinking they're serving us, but in this reading they're not. And so in this reading, she's upside down, which is saying there's a manipulative tactic or a control and domination tactic going on, which is actually keeping these new beginnings from making manifest. And that's lots of abundance and love, and that's lots of abundance in like thought, ideas, inspiration, and all that kind of stuff. So to really bring this forward, we're wanting to balance our own energy, practice loads of self-love and self-care, and have the strength to just like cut that energy out. And I feel that energy being cut out is ultimately the all of this exciting new fire energy, which is bringing in a new. When I look at this card, it's like from the heavens, bringing these like inspiration from the heavens into your world. And look, there's a kingdom there. So it's like all of our dreams, all of our kingdom is actually like coming through this divine inspiration, but none of it's moving forward just yet. The Chariot's in reverse, which to me is us holding back from that movement forward on our trusted steed in the balanced state. This definitely feels like advice energy around. We need to be totally dropping into unification of self and self-care to embody and allow this energy. Yeah, it's very possible, right? If it's resonating with in that level. For any of us, right, when we resonate and then we stumble upon these sort of readings, it's like we are coming out of stormier waters, but this is a pentacle energy, so this is about really balancing the self through self-love and self-care to allow this to come in. And this is about, I guess you could say, balancing the books, and or you can also see that he's off of the water, right? So he's not in the like the watery energies of the emotions anymore. He's coming onto solid ground now. So he's like, whew, okay. And once you have your feet on the ground, right? Once you actually have a sense of your own stability and your own integrity, obviously it's going to be easier to balance your money and balance your finances. I can certainly resonate with that. Like, if there's a whole bunch of manipulation bullshit going on, how on earth can you balance your books? How can you have a sense, a real grounded sense of where you are with everything, right? If people, because this is the thing with people, this kind of energy is the kind of energy that rips the rug out from under us. And or baffle gaffs, like, and then you end up just being like, what the, and then they'll just take their sword and run, kind of thing. Take their cup, take their sword, rather than you manifesting that for yourself. So it's a false start, it's a false manifestation, basically. Not a false manifestation, but another lesson. And or something for us to claim our own intuitive power and cut that kind of energy out and trust the self, you guys. Like, intuition just knows that. It knows this energy, when it's coming through for us. How funny, right? Yeah, so postponement of the new foundation came up right around that queenie energy. So as long as we're kind of looking outside of ourselves, then we're postponing the new beginnings that are wanting to come in for us, because they are wanting to come in. The Lovers card, the Chariot card, the Ten of Cups, all of these aces, 3 aces in a reading, right? So it's like huge new beginnings are right here. And we have the Ten of Cups, which again is like, whether it's upright or in reverse, the Ten of Cups is in this reading. So it wants to be known. It wants us to be like, this is available for us. But indeed, a whole bunch of self-love, self-care. I saw a little bit of a comment there about like radical self-care, radical self-love. Hells to the yes, my friends. Yes, we absolutely need that for these kinds of new beginnings to come in. Okay, and then, so the postponement card is right there with the Queenie. We cut that shit out. We become the source. We're moving beyond illusion. Get playful again. And then you open yourself up to the receptivity which you've been asking for. These all go together. So you know that you're the source, which helps you to move beyond the illusion of the 3D reality or the binds, the confines of once what once was, right? The playfulness, which this is relevant to some of you guys as well, about like getting out in nature, go play, go have fun with people. And then that allows us to be an open vessel for our own receptivity. This card to me is very representative of us opening ourselves up to receive the love that we are. Especially this also love community. This is an empath community. Many of us have been working on that, the energies to empower the self so that we're not in codependent, abusive, subtle, covert, emotionally abusive relationships, right? Where we're always giving and never filling up our own cup. So the title turn for this community is ultimately like stand your ground, cut out the bullshit, and then really, really be open up to receive the love that you are, to receive all the love that you've been giving for every lifetime and all the times. And be this sort of, this is also kind of a foolish energy, isn't it? Like a playful, foolish energy, which goes along with the balancing. So for some of us, it might appear like there's a lot of fun, but actually it's not. It's been kind of deep and there's been a lot of suffering. So for us to really, really step into our own balance, we need to actually embrace having fun again, embrace playfulness, embrace receptivity. Because in truth, our consciousness is moving beyond the illusion of time and space. Because the fire, Ace of Wands, is like, to me, like a beginning on a new level. And then, because it's fire, it's like higher consciousness to me, with the castle and the kingdom behind us, right? And then these other aces are a little bit more, anchored in like the physical realm. So the Ace of Wands is us moving beyond into these higher consciousnesses, and then for us to manifest even beyond that with the emotion, with the thought form, that is really, really, truly are going beyond the illusion. And then to really take that step to the next level, we're going to have to cut these final remnants of energies that don't serve us looking outside of ourselves. This person's going to do it for me, that person's going to help me, when we know in truth that it's probably not the case at all, that they're not helpful for us, that they're being manipulators. Again, Queen upside down is domination and control energy. Any kind of false matriarch. Yeah, so it's asking us to just really find strength to come out of this cycle of like anxiety and worry and being a little bit stuck in our heads. That came through actually with a friend that I met with yesterday, and talking over things and going like, I just go with too much in my head. Pardon me. And I often think that with sensitives or with people who like to question life, it's a wonderful quality. At the same time, we can end up getting stuck in the mental capacity, and then we go around in circles and we end up kind of stuck in this like, oh, what's happening? So really, truly, we're wanting to put that aside, which also means clearing out some of the people that might align with that part of ourselves, the part of ourselves that doubts. Because if we're too much trapped in thought, we're not in our heart space, which means we're a little bit more in that doubting area. And then I feel like Strength, Fool, and Chariot, they do all go together. So as we bring in a lot more self-love, we will find the harmony and the receptivity to bring in these new energies in faith and in trust without the doubt. And then ultimately, as you empower the self-love and unity, you'll find the strength to become the Fool, and then you're going to move it forward. You're going to move it forward because you know that this is coming for you, this total unconditional loving fulfillment and benevolence. It comes from playfulness, and truly, truly, when you come into your unity self, you'll find that open heart to receive all the love that you are, and the love that you've been giving for all of your life, so that you can rise up into that next level. There's something divine about this card. There's a divine completion that I'm hearing, because dolphins to me are representative of a kind of higher intelligence and also emotional, intuitive awareness. So we're connecting with a higher aspect of the self, which then is because these cards, they kind of go together, the color, the theme, this openness, right? And 10 is a completion card, and then you have this as well. So we're coming into a total, completion cycle. There's just these last little remnants of energy that the cards are asking us to cut out, to release, to let go of. I'm just going to see if there's just maybe one more advice around the letting it go. Yeah, it's definitely time to release it. It's not it's not positive in any way. It's an attachment, which means we unconsciously think it serves us, but it does not. It keeps us bound to toxicity. It keeps us bound to low level frequency manifestation. So whatever we think it's bringing us, it's actually the opposite. So we think, oh, they're bringing us money, or they're bringing us love, or they're bringing us support. It's not that. It's the opposite. They're entangling us under the illusion, yes, I'm supporting you. Oh no, I love you. But actually, they're coming from a base tone. They're actually coming from an unconscious part of ourselves that's seeking that thing, the money, the love, the support, whatever it is. It's actually an unconscious attachment, you know, pleasing our mommies, or pleasing society, or pleasing what have you. It's not that at all. That's the illusion. Hence why we've got this card. It's time to rise above and beyond the illusion, you know, through the gateway of your own source point, and becoming that playfulness. Remember that you are the true source and divinity, so that you open to receive the love that you are. In harmony with all of creation, know that you have intuitive gifts and abilities that you're here to share with the world. Focus on that. Focus on playfulness. You find the strength, become that infinite strength that you are, and then embody more of that foolish playfulness energy. You have come out of the rockiest waters now. We are beginning to balance out the energies once again, so that we can finally invite these real divine new beginnings in fullness and completeness. Two of Pentacles and the Lovers card is, to me, like, yeah, coming into union is really going to help us bring in these new beginnings. We've got new cups coming in, new offers coming in, love offers at that. It's just that we need to kind of stop focusing on the past pain of it, and be willing to make a decision. Know that you're at a bit of a crossroads when it comes to that kind of stuff, and it might be worthwhile to go within. So actually the cards are saying, don't seek advice elsewhere. Really, really go within. Self-love, self-care, trust your intuition, find the strength to embody the Fool, and step into these new beginnings. They're waiting for you, and it's ultimate success. There's a lot, there's so much beautiful, beautiful energy here, moving forward, taking on that Fool energy, becoming the source that you are. Success is written in the cards for us. I think that's it, you guys. Thanks for being here. Mega appreciate your donashe. You can go over to Instagram, and you can also go to IUNPLUG. Hey, hello, everybody's here. Yeah, if you want to book a reading, I've now got two different options. You can pay via the booking system on IUNPLUG.com/book-online. I'm pretty sure it's in the description. And I've added another element. So if you just go to IUNPLUG.com/services, you can scroll through and just click on the PayPal button, which is a 10-minute reading for £10, 20-minute reading for £20, 30-minute reading for £30. And then if you want a live in-depth sesh with me, then that's a little bit more, and that you're gonna have to do on the booking system. Violet Melon, hello, and goodbye. So lovely reading here. There's just a little bit of domination, control, and manipulation energy that we're wanting to, I want to get rid of that, don't we? Remember, it's all one. Everything is eternal, you know? Sometimes the scariest things that we have to face in the self are the most liberating once we get over the actual facing it down. I love you guys. Have an awesome day. Peace.